Afraid into the fight here, up through stairs, gonna be certain and trying to clear up this guy. Asuna eventually watching for him, slightest of angles to play off, and whoop. Finally a bit of clearance down into hell and out through heaven. That's 100 Thieves trying to flood their way through. And the attempt mode, that's Boostio. Suppressive fire, layering it all the way down with a rifle in hand.
And everybody from 100 Thieves who takes a peek.
Forward to the flash, peeking, facing still, turrets. At least the Nanoswarm's doing a bit of damage here. 100 Thieves attempting to flood back in. This is all 2G.
Round like this where they've ripped the lockdown and they've got a decent idea when the turret goes down what's going on. They just couldn't get bodies into position quickly enough. There's no...
And Asuna, he bites back and bites back hard. Eventually it's going to be like clear about two of the plays. He's got the operator in his hand. He's going to try and hold them all the way back. And just not adjusting, not anticipating. It could be punched up onto that position. Same could be said for LZ. Bullet to the back. Stop here, Cryo. Out for the door angle, jutting smoke, but enough guns, enough watchful eyes on towards the side boost. You need some help. That's going to be a full committal and a stick of it. And well, just running out, Cryo. Force forwards, near-sighted, straight bullets, and here's a follow-up off from the side. Asuna, doesn't matter if you've got the weaker weapon. He's creeping and crawling around to the side, and he's found himself just a little cubby to play in. Survive for now, but against 3 of these 100 Thieves players, not willing to let too much slip at all. To the back here, Boostio, he's already stepped forwards and around. Bullets flying forwards, LC, what is that? Playing lights out, he's trying to carve out. Propped up, in through short. He's want to take this one, all just tripled up together. Racking up the kills, he wants a few more, but denied in the end, still that.
We haven't seen that much from him.
Macro play, Askia. Just not quite with a connection, and here it is, takes the timing. Right off of his team's contact, he didn't let loose, now he needs a bit of help, and back up, Asuna tried to take a timing past it, that's a spike drop scrimmage, finally stepping past and over, but all contained in the end. Trades barely going away through B. Salvo's waiting for the timing onto all of it, 2G just winning it out, man. To B that's filled up. Oh, Paranoia's already gliding forwards with the Armageddon on top of it.
There it is.
Crash to try and get the hell out of there, Hunter's Fury. Asuna has to step forwards and up through mid, Askia. You had to play out of line of sight for this, and you're committing the old time again. There's 11 seconds left, but maybe. Potential path fake. But the game crash, Askia around to the side here. Cloud burst. Why not? All or nothing for him right now. Might be able to catch this angle here with a barrel pointed out. He's just spotted the one player, but doesn't expect Gobera in. It's a good call to make. Cryo is delivered. TP in through in as well. LZ hard committed, but has to run forward. That's a salvo. He's got a bloody util out in his hand. Just try and flood all the way through. Landing those shots. Anti-flash players were critical into the middle of that. And 100 Thieves are hunting for a little bit more. He smokes. Flash rebounds up towards it. Asuna, he's going to try and hold it down. Rooted to the spot. It's a Paranoia.
From his own team.
Exactly. Rooted towards the back there, jumping through the air. Any sort of util. Paranoia still being held. Already these players are starting to split all the way into him. Underhanded with the flash as well. Slightest of angles. And Cryo! The Boostio! None the wiser. Determined to close it out. Lovely return of the 5 ILC, but straight back at you by EU in the trade. And this is it. Difficult one to try and get yourself through. Cryo dropped in the midst of all of this one here. Askia is doing a hell of a task. Up down, a fight all the way deep into Snowman. That's a good dart though, lighting them all the way up and punish inside. That's LZ, defends through into the back there. Sheriff's in hands. Gonna try and make it work. Boostio! Boostio! BXS is barely up onto that line. Whips it round to the corner. Full side control for 2G. Middle now, but they're not holding the top rafters, and okay, Asuna just walks all the way towards it, so Thrash not active, boosting forwards, but anticipating, hold on, backs towards all of it! Available.
I don't think we've seen Asuna on top of screens. He might get first contact.
And he does, he spots all of them here, but still rattling off with the Sheriffs, and look at the ring. Yeah, this is going to be layering it down towards the back, Boostio is just out wide into the open here. There's no retreat. Getting into the pit is another thing entirely, and he's just spotted it, silence. Peeking up and over, this time you're gonna hit the go button! A 2G just like a different sort of test. Trying to step up into the firing line, as a flash through, and Asuna's running and gunning. Just from the knife alone, they're getting a run on! Boostio doesn't dismiss this one, 100 Thieves are just taking the fight to them regardless, and a rumble of the footsteps. Putting a squeeze onto the backside players. LZ! Walking up, now some util to reveal their hands. Dashboards on top gen, a bit of damage. In through the wall, players are lined up. Been waiting there. Thrash and an attempt to take that timing as well. Detainment onto the last. It's an inevitability at this point. Getting a run on, toying with him. Up and over the top, and Cryo even this one out all the way, but he is hard committed into this spot. And then what is that?
You always get one from Ass on there, but I thought the ropes clutch earlier was the one.